All right, everybody, we are now going to be making it so that our bullets can die. Right now, our bullets we keep adding bullets and they don't go away. So it's not really quite dynamic. I mean, it is dynamic in that we can create new objects, but we want to also remove them from the game. Let me just demonstrate that this is happening in my draw function. And you don't have to do this. You can just watch for me to prove it. I'm going to put a little print line statement. I'm going to print out the size of our array list. It's called objects. So watch this. If I run the game, oh no, I can't just print out objects. I had to print out size. There we go. Try again. All right. So you can see when I start the game, I'll try and zoom in here. It's printing out 1, 1, 1, 1 always. What's that one object that's in our list? It's the spaceship. We've added the spaceship in setup in this line of code right here. Objects.addPlayer1. So we have one object in our list. And when I start the game and I start shooting some bullets, you'll see that those bullets, increase. So we're at 11 now, 11 objects in the list. I only see one on the screen though, and if I keep shooting, it's gonna just grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. I got 273 things in the list now, and there's no reason for them to be there. They should be removed when they expire. So what do we do? How do we make that happen? So there's going to be I guess, a couple of different ways to do it. You might make your bullets disappear when they go off the edge of the screen, or you might make like a little timer inside of the bullet so that they continue to live until they have elapsed after a certain time, and that'll actually allow it to what's the word? It'll allow it to wrap around the screen because it won't just die immediately. Okay, so I think that's a good goal for us to do for this video. So let's do it. Let's make our bullets die. Maybe we'll make it based on some kind of timer. Okay, so I'm going to go over to the bullet class. So in my bullet class, we're extending game object. Let's see if we have anything in game object to make use of this. Not really. We have a location, we have a velocity. Do you think other things are going to die in this game? The spaceship's probably going to die. Asteroids will definitely die. Lots of things are going to die. So I think I'm going to make it so that all game objects track their lives. That's my intention here. And how many lives does something have when they start? Oh, I don't know. I guess 1 is probably a good default value. But I might change that in other ones. We'll just set 1. We could even make a third constructor so we could set the number of lives. Might be a good call here. So, maybe I'll throw this in. I'll take an int lives. I don't know how to I don't know. I want to put LV, I guess I'll do. So that we can choose a constructor that we can set the number of lives. If we just want 1 life, it's fine. So we have 3 constructors now in game object. Just gives us some options to work with. Okay, so bullets, they'll automatically get that life variable, that lives variable. And here in this constructor that we're calling, sounds good. We're going to get 1 life. So a thing that I think I want to build into just the bullet is a timer. So I don't want everything to have timer. Like, I'm happy for everything to have lives, but I don't think everything needs a timer. Like, the spaceship's not going to time out after a while. Or maybe we'll use it for something. But anyways, I'm going to make it just for the bullet. It's going to be a timer, and when we start our the shot to be fired, maybe we'll set timer to, I don't have a good number here. I'm just going to choose 60 randomly. Okay, so that's going to be timer equals 60. In our show function, it's not going to change anything. In our act function now, there's another thing for us to do. We'll say timer minus minus. So basically every frame that we act will tick down the timer. And we'll say if timer equals 0, then we'll set lives to 0. All right, so this should work, right? Well, actually, it still doesn't work. It's part of the solution, but notice that just because their lives get set to 0 doesn't actually mean anything. They're still hanging around out here in space, and although their lives are set to 0, that doesn't mean anything in our program yet. So we need to remove objects from the list if their lives are 0. That's basically the story. So let's do it. This is going to be inside of our game engine. So removing dead objects is going to be the responsibility of the game engine code. This here is our game engine code. It's the thing that processes all the objects, right? However many objects we have, however big the list has become, we'll get an object one at a time and we'll tell it to act and show, and then we'll move on to the next object. So let's make it happen. So basically, instead of always going to the next object, what I'll do is I'll say, hey, if current object.lives equals 0, I'm going to remove that object. So this is a new thing that lists can do. You haven't seen this before. You can say objects.remove I. Otherwise, I'll go on to the next one. And I didn't type semicolon. You might wonder, well, why the if else? If we remove an item, then the entire list will sort of slide forward. So, if you remove item number 5, then all the numbers 6, 7, 8 will all get renumbered. So 6 will be our new 5, and 7 will be our new 6, and so on. So we actually don't have to move forward if we remove something. But if we don't remove something, yeah, we have to manually kind of push it forward. Okay, so there you go. Let's see if it works now. I will shoot the bullets, and you can see we're at 1, and I shoot, and then, yeah, it goes back down to 1. I'll press space just so we can watch it increasing. I don't know if you can see this or not. I'll go enhance. We can see it's rising, and when I let go, the bullets start timing out, and they die. We still don't have them wrapping around. That'd be a nice thing to add in. You already know how to do that with your, the fact that we have our spaceship wrapping around, so we could just go add that in. I wonder, that might be a kind of fun thing to do where we, I think I'll do it in the next video. We'll make the bullets wrap, and we'll do it as an example of how we can make the game object class just all that more useful. Okay, thanks everybody.